Oh,
These are both classics.
it's about as classic Booker's as it gets from what I remember.
Second matchup here is going to be 2021-02, which is Tagalong versus 2020-01 Granny's batch. I'm excited because Granny is far enough back that I was not into Booker's at this time, so I have never smelt or tasted it and heard good things. So,
What point did you get on the bus?
what was that? Pigskin batch was the first one we did.
That's the start.
So, like, tag along is just classic Booker's. It is peanutty,
It's
dusty. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just like the dusty shelf
Yep. With a little hint of peanut.
with some peanuts. Yeah. I think the nose on Granny's is it's almost like there's almost something vegetal there. Like I think if you went out and just dug up a peanut, like, so it's still like the peanuts are still attached to the roots, and it's like got that little bit of greenness, but then it's still got that nuttiness as well.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. But then I put a hint of peanut brittle in there.
Yeah, I'm not getting as much of the sweet, but
It's almost like I understand how you got, like, you pull the peanut out, with the green part of the plant. I was going to say, fresh cut grass.
yeah, I guess I'm just putting them both together. Like, I definitely get some fresh plant matter along with the nuttiness.
Landscape batch.
I mean, I might be willing to say that's the best Booker's nose I've ever smelled, to be honest.
It's one of the most interesting. I don't know if that's going to trip everybody's trigger there.
It smells like peanut shells, and then the candy coating off of like Boston baked beans or like beer nuts, that coating, and then peanut shells, but robust, fresh roasted peanut shells. Yeah, that's crazy good.
Tagalong is just a lot sweeter.
That's what I was good. Yeah, that is so good.
It's just candy.
Yeah,
that is sweet with a little bit of nuttiness. So this is like a candied peanut, and then there's like almost like the texture is almost like gritty. Like it's like I'm chewing some sugar there, some brown sugar.
Yeah. And then that finish is all like cayenne pepper, whereas the international and the whatever it was,
wow, tea
batch had like no finish. This thing just like hits you.
Yeah,
it's almost coughing over there.
I'm like, it's that powdery cayenne pepper spice finish.
Mm-hmm. That gives you that's got a little something for everybody there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I remember that.
Yeah, that's going for days right there.
Granny's batches, it actually just continues, like what you got on the nose just continues through on the palate. It's just like that. It's one of the most interesting Granny's batches, or one of the most interesting Booker's batches, to me.
I'm all behind on the Granny's batch. All of that earthiness, the cut grass, the peanut plant, it delivers. What's on the nose is on the palate.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
it's not a two-face.
Yeah,
not two-face. No, not hiding anything. It just lets you know, and then it just continues to deliver that. Yep. That's why I think it's like sometimes we look for, whether it's in a single barrel or, with Wild Turkey doing their single rick house, like you're trying to look for whether it's an environment or a certain set of conditions, what does it give you? Well, this batch is interesting to me because it just delivers you this set of flavors. And, especially if somebody were looking to, what does that taste like? What is strong peanut nuttiness taste like, I would hand them this and say, like, this is it.
They're both very, very good. The Granny's is very, very different, but I feel like it's true to what everybody always says. Booker's this is the first one that like truly delivers on all. Like, this is just your stereotypical. This is what I heard Booker's is Booker's, which was very interesting.
I think this is the extreme. Yeah. I think, and maybe you hear this a lot, right? Like, it's just, this is the beam nuttiness, and this is like this accentuates it for sure. I think in most of the other Bookers, or maybe my preference on Bookers is when that nuttiness is layered or more subtle with some of the sweet notes. So to me, this is almost a little too much. So,
do you think that earthy note is on profile for Bookers?
I'm going to say it's the extreme.
Yeah, I would say that's a little. Yeah,
it goes to 11.
Yeah. It was almost like Fred and Freddie were like, hey, let's go through here and let's find every barrel that is just peanut, mix it together, and give them what should have been called the peanut batch opposed to Granny's batch. But maybe that's, when they go to their granny, they always smell peanuts. And so they're just like, this is it.
Forget the story, but the cake or whatever it is on the logo from Granny's batch doesn't give away anything about what this is going to taste like.
Does anybody have an extra tag along that they want to give me?
Nope.
Man, I thought I had a slam dunk winner, but I have changed my mind.
All right.
Ooh,
I like it.
I have changed my mind.
Well, once again,
I'll go ahead and lead it off if you want.
Okay, I'll go first. For me, this is like one of the things that I really don't like when I get drug along with my wife to fine dining locations and they suddenly throw a truffle on there. Not my favorite note, the super earthiness.
A little bit much.
A little bit much. Like, I'll just like flip that truffle off onto my wife's plate. So good thing she's not here tonight, because I'm pretty sure she'd just be like punching me and taking the rest of the granny batch and running off leaving. But I'm definitely going to go tag along. I like the complexity. I like the sweetness. I like the cayenne spice that's coming at the end and just building on it, opposed to just the same thing all the way through. I like my roller coaster. I like some twists and turns and changes, but both are very good as always.
Fair enough. Yep. So when Granny's batch hit my palate, I'm like, it's a no-brainer. Granny's. I mean, this is my Booker's. This is to a T. But then I went back to tag along a couple times, and that, like I said, that Boston bean toffee-ish beer nut sweetness coats, and then you get that roasted peanut. And for me, I'm with TJ. I'm going tag along. Tag along edges out Granny's batch. I'll drink Granny's batch all day, but that tag along has a little something special tonight. So tag along's it.
I mean, the first premium whiskey I really got into was Four Roses Single Barrel, just the standard shelf OBSV. And it was that combination of the sweet and the spicy that I just love. Whatever, a lot of whiskeys do one or the other, but when you do them both together, the right mix, and some of the sweet works with the spicy, I think that's just amazing. And that's what tag along does for me. So I'll tag along with you guys.
Well said. Well said. So, I mean, what I say doesn't matter at this point. Tag along's already going through, but I'm just going to fill airtime anyway and talk a long time like Brian. Honestly, they're both really interesting to me. The Granny's batch is fascinating because of the flavors, and honestly, it's fascinating because of how strong those flavors are. And it just like transported me in my mind to literally a Georgia peanut field, and I could just see myself pulling up this peanut plant, and just like that smell is what I was getting off of the nose. And actually, as it opened up, I did get like a little bit of chocolate. But honestly, everything else wasn't even close. Like the tag along batch to me, just from start to finish, was, I think Ed Bell said it, it was so well balanced. Like those flavors of sweet and spice, are to me like this is bourbon, and it's a beautiful bourbon. So to me, it was Tagalong.
Hopefully you're enjoying this. Maybe you're not. Like, I don't know. If you are, hit subscribe.
Hit the like, subscribe.
Yeah, those things. I don't know. I mean, Chuck's getting married soon. We need more subscribers so he can stick around.
For this channel, we can't. We're losing people to PhDs. You know, your wife and Brian, and you know who knows who's next. I don't know.
I will not be getting a PhD.
Definitely is not.
I can't put a paragraph together. So, yeah.
But he
Chat
can build a
GPT
though.
Yes.
But he can build a battle bot.
Yeah, I can. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Stay neat.
Our bourbon.